So she's collaborated as a writer with her partner Noah Baumbach.
Yes.
But you wrote this script? What kind of? How would you describe the
Well,
collaboration?
she didn't collaborate as a writer, but Greta collaborated in a more plastic way of the actual person. Like we talked and talked and talked and talked about this person because she's a very unusual person, Maggie. And like one piece of it was that she's a Quaker. Now the fact that she's a Quaker was something that she and I came up with. We started talking about how she's so ethically motivated. She's always trying to do the right thing. And we talked about, that there was, even though she's always doing the wrong thing, there's also something kind of almost very pure about her. Almost not saintly in a kind of the way that people think of saintly, but I wanted there to be almost a kind of glow about her, that she's not like other people. And we talked about it, and we just came up with Quakerism is the right thing, because they are always doing the right thing, and they're always helping other people. And I went to the Quaker church in New York, in Irving Place, and we talked about it. We just decided, yeah, that's the way we should go. And to me, one of my favorite moments, like in the film, is her just sitting alone in that Quaker meeting house. And also it's her mother, because there's that whole thing of like the presence of the mother in the film, because that's the sort of poignant undertow.
Well, it's just so much richer. I mean, that's how I feel than a lot of the movies that men would make. There's just some kind of depth to the nuances and the delicacies of the way that these people communicate with each other, and that I loved and cherished. And Julianne Moore is a great character. So again, you didn't see her in your head? No.
No, I mean, I didn't write it for Julianne, no, but very quickly, she was the first person to come on board. So once she came on, as with Greta, when she came on, I tailored it to Julianne. And I added scenes, like she would say, I think maybe we should see her in a work situation. That's why I did the auditorium scene, which really was in response to something Julianne said. And that was wonderful. And she also said, I think maybe we should see them at home. And at first I was like, no, we shouldn't see them at home because, and then I started thinking about it. I was like, oh, yes, of course we should see them at home. So, she was very much present and part of the creation. So was, like, for example, Travis Fimmel in a different way. Like, he brought little details to it, like when he comes back, he has the flowers instead of the sperm. That was his little flourish. And so, I mean, part of what I love is that you write a character and then you rewrite it by casting. That is rewriting.
Exactly, but also at least two of these actors are known for being improvisationally gifted.
Yes.
So,
yes.
So did you take advantage of that?
Well, it's funny because when I talked to Bill Hader and I went to try and get him to do it, it was very sweet. Like I'd never met him, and I talked to him on the phone, and I started saying, started to go on about like my pitch. And he said, no, I'm doing it, so you cannot, you can like skip that. I'm in. I love your movies. Let's do it. And I said, that's great. And I said, if you want, like you can improvise because I know you. And he said, oh, please don't make me improvise.
They're always grateful when they have a good script.
Yeah, he said, I feel like right now, a script is like a warm blanket. I can just so although there is some improvisation, like when him and Maya, I don't know if you remember what they're on the phone, and he's like sitting there with the Parmesan, and she's on the phone, and Maggie is trying to put, like thinking about this sort of sperm moment, and that's some of that is definitely improvisation. And I think of all, I believe that all acting is improvisation, because even if you're saying words that are like Shakespeare's, it depends, or whatever, it's something that you never change. The way you say it, what you feel, is improvisation. So the whole idea of improvisation to me is just all acting is improvisation.
And of course, the way you react to the other people you're working with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right,
Is
on your
that,
feet.
that's always, if you're alive. If you're not alive, then it's just bad acting.
We've got to go. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I really enjoyed this.